Myth number 5, we want what we want. When it comes to settling, we're usually not the ones. If we've taken the time to work hard, we often want someone with the same drive or better. So often, we would rather wait for this man who meets all of our requirements based on our achievements, which is not always in abundance depending on where in the country we live.
I mean, this isn't making any sense to me because...
Oh, it makes sense to me, this one.
What?
I refuse to settle.
Okay, well, you always like that, though?
Yes.
Okay. But then,
yeah.
Okay, maybe they were dealing with you.
I guess.
I'm the kind of person that sees potential. That's my problem.
Now, like, my list of the guy that I want has definitely changed.
Okay.
But I think that it's so realistic now that I refuse to settle.
Okay.
It's not too much to ask for someone who respects me and who shows me compassion. Like, those are just things that are very, very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And someone who has goals. Just have goals, because that's what gets people out of bed in the morning. I don't want to be the reason why you get out of bed in the morning.
Right.
I want your life to be the reason why you get out of bed every morning.
I think that they're talking about materialistic things. I think for me, when I was younger, I was very fortunate enough to have a very supportive family, so I was able or afforded to have certain things. Mm-hmm. Like, I had my own spot when I was in my younger 20s. I had my own spot, own car. Like, I would really just live in it. My beginning of my 20s was like probably the highlight of my life so far. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking forward to better days like in the future. But from 32 on back, the beginning of my 20s, oh my God, I had it made. And so I really had a chip on my shoulder where I felt like any man that I dated had to have everything that I had plus some. So in the 20s, early 20s, I wanted a man with his own apartment, his own car, and a good job. Like, so I think that's where the gentlemen are coming from. So in my early 20s, I'm meeting guys, and most of them at that time were still living at home. So I had to kind of like check myself, you know what I mean? Or they didn't drive. So I think that's what the men are talking about. And I know a lot of females who still have that attitude in their 30s, like, you have to have everything I have plus some.
Oh, yeah. That bothers me. And I do know women like that. I can't in good conscience be that type of person. Like, no, the recession kicked my ass. I can't expect some guy my age, like, he might be living at home with his mom or his parents, and he might be rehabbing his debt or paying his student loans. I would feel like such an asshole if I expected him to be making 6 figures or whatever. Like, no.
Myth number 6. Our friendliness is often misunderstood. If we do say hello to a man, sometimes they automatically assume we want a romantic relationship with him. If a woman of another ethnicity says hello, she often feels less threatened and more willing to share. We often appear desperate to men when we are being friendly, because there's an assumption that we're always on the hunt for a husband. Can I go back? Because, first of all, how do we go from we look like we can't be bothered to feeling threatened? We're threatening now. And we appear desperate. What do you want from us?
I went through an emotional tailspin when I read number 6, because it completely contradicts number 2.
Completely.
Okay. I think number 6 is an excuse.
It is. These men don't like us. That's what I'm getting from this. Why would you feel threatened because I'm saying hello to you? And then you feel some kind of way when I don't look approachable. What do you want from me? So stop making an excuse as to why you don't fucking want me, and just say you don't want me.
Yeah.
I don't think they like black women. They don't like their mama. That's how I feel about this. Like, they done pissed me off. Okay? What? Now I'm angry.
Nobody knows the trouble I
don't.
see.
Let me just sip my wine.
You guys are projecting. That's what this is called. This is what my therapist would call projecting. You're projecting your fears onto an entire group of women. Because this ain't true. And I've heard some black men talk about this.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I've heard white men talk about this with white girls. Yeah. Just a desperation to get married. Again, it's a lose-lose. It's that lose-lose situation that comes with being born with a vagina.
Wait, so you get desperation of wanting a husband
after
from
you turn 30?
From hello? Hello.
Oh my God. Can I tell you, I went to a bar. This has happened to me a few times. So one time it was with a black man. I went up and I started talking to him because like at that point I was looking for a friend. Like not even a friend with benefits. Like it could just be like a friend. And so I'm talking to him and like shooting the shit, like whatever. And he said to me, I'm not looking for a girlfriend right now.
So should I just stop talking to you right now? I mean, what?
I just said, hi.
Wow.
How are you? And I'm being, you know, just like chummy or whatever. Like, what?
Like, let me stop you right there.
And I said to him, like, listen, you're very attractive, but that's not what this is about.
Right.
Like, he went through a whole thing. He's like, you're so pretty.
Oh, so now you're going to try to soften the blow?
I'm already talking to that girl over there. Like, I don't
want you.
Stop projecting your weird, awkward bullshit on random people. I just said hi. So I think for this one, we're really going to need our male single Jawns to really speak up on this one because I can't relate to number 6 and it's also confusing and it contradicts number 2, which sucks.
My thing is now, being on the other side of 30, I feel like we should be old enough and mature enough to have the conversation of what you want out of a relationship. So maybe that transcends into us being desperate. But I think it's just about me putting what I want on the table and then you deciding from there if it's something that you want.
Yeah.
Not saying that I want to marry you next year, but hey, yes, we're talking. And it's not something a conversation that I'm going to bring up on the first date. This is like when we're comfortable enough and then we can have a conversation of what we want. Myth number 7. We put the pressure on. Some black men feel that women of other ethnicities just go with the flow as relationships progress. There's not as much pressure on him to marry until he's ready, but often they feel black women are focused on marriage from the start. Again, another slap in the face from someone who was in a relationship for 4 years waiting for him to decide what he wanted to do. And what pisses me off is I feel like when black men date other ethnic groups or ethnic women, they do what they're supposed to do. First of all, their parents are probably not going to go stand for it. And you hold them to a higher standard and higher respect. So you're going to do what you're supposed to do.
Or the matchmaking duo in Essence Magazine, I think their intentions were honorable to open up a dialogue, but what they failed to do was to close the wound. They mentioned a lot of points, and magazines do this all the time. I stopped reading women's magazines years ago because I was tired of seeing the 7 reasons why you're alone, the 10 reasons why your boyfriend is cheating on you, the 15 reasons why you should fake it, the 20 reasons why you're not having an orgasm, the 30 reasons why he doesn't find you attractive anymore, the 50 reasons why he doesn't want to marry you, the 60 reasons why he married the person after you, you unattractive troll.
My feelings are hurt. I can't even think straight right now. My head hurts. But for me, this questionnaire here is just really bringing home the relationship. Like the last two relationships that I had, I mean, we're supposed to be transparent here. And so I was in a relationship with a guy for 4 years again. 2.5 years, started dropping little hints like, what are we doing? What's going on here? And he like kind of drug his feet or whatever. Then I said enough is enough. And ironically, 2 days ago, he messaged me and was like, I miss you like crazy, and I just ignored it. And he said, oh, I should have married you. I should have, and I just can't. So fast forward to the last relationship I was in for 2.5 years. Come to find out, I did not even know this man. I got a phone call from supposedly his girlfriend. I'm thinking I'm the girlfriend. Like, I had clothes over his house, staying over his house and everything. And apparently she would go over there sometimes too. And I just got tired of seeing my shit there. Not only was she in a relationship, but I was led to believe that he didn't have any children. So being 30, at one point in time, I did not want to have any more children because, oh my God, the whole single mom thing. I didn't want to go through that ever again in life.
How women do it. Like,
I just didn't want to do it. So because I thought he didn't have any children, I thought I was being selfish by being closed-minded about that. And so I changed my views and actually opened my heart, my mind, and my womb to wanting more children. And coming to find out, he had 2 kids.
I'm saying this both to men and to women. Think about that person as a person. Think about the hurt that they're going to feel afterwards. Maybe ask the question, is this okay for me to do? Or even better, ask the question, how would I feel if somebody did this to me? And that's called compassion. And it's seriously lacking on both sides, compassion and empathy. We're being told, even by our own damn magazine, that we're not good enough. Guys magazine, like the few guys magazines that I've read in the past, it's all about how to get the girl or how to get muscles or how to get, like, it's about getting. And women's magazines are about giving.
Black men, if you love us, show it.
And, black women, we need to do the same. Let's stop pointing the finger at each other. It's not helping anyone. So we're going to continue this conversation on our Facebook page, Memoirs of a Single Jawn. It's right there. Yeah. We want to start a healing dialogue between black men and black women. That's why we started this channel. We felt that there was a deep pain in our community that wasn't being addressed. Let's just start asking questions and really getting to know one another. We'll work it out with you.
Yes.
Okay?
All right. So we'll see you next week. Oh, gosh.
Yes. Memoirs of a Single Jawn, episode 3.
Whoop, whoop.
And shout out to Soul Swipe.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. How about that? They like us. Now, can the men like us, too?
Right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you next week.
Love's a hand-me-down.
Oh, my love.
Oh, God, you singing this song? Did you look at the lyrics in that Joe song?
No.
I was looking at the lyrics and I was talking about how I was so hurt when I realized the true lyrics of Whitney Houston's Saving All My Love For You. Although she was singing as a side chick.
What? You know that.
Friend tried to tell me, find a man of my own. But deep down I cry something. I cry. 'Cause I'd rather be home living. So I'm saving all my love for you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Something, the very first verse is like, I'm talking about him being unavailable because he's at home with the family, with the kids. Yes. You know how old I was? I was grown when I realized that. I was like, what?
Always had, like the Mariah Carey song, My All. I love that song.
Yeah, that's what it said. Oh, look. Oh, God, you gonna hurt my heart? Hey, what? He died, right?
It's so damn needy.
I thought he died.
I've been thinking of you ever since that
last night.
If it's wrong to love you,
maybe not.
My heart just won't let me be right. Cause I'm drowning in you and I won't pull through without you by my side. Side chick.
I used to sing my
Yes, So Lonely by Janet Jackson is
so
my shit.
You are the one to kill. Wouldn't that black sheep?
I want no one but you. Without you, there's no reason why.
Crying like a newborn child. Something.
I love that song.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's going in the blooper.
Brought us back. We needed that singing break. It was getting rough. My head was starting to hurt.